the way leads in all the three states are stacked up. For Nagaland, the Congress party was not even able to put up candidates in all the seats. Talking about Meghalaya, I think 5 leads for the Congress party there. Of course, the setback was the entire Congress party, marched off most of them to TMC. And then, of course, you had to get greenhorns to fight the election. And the state of Tripura, where Congress is fighting or in a role of a junior partner, fighting 13 seats, 4 leads for the Congress there at this moment. What's your assessment of the result, or at least the indications that are coming out for the Congress party at this moment?
So, good afternoon to all of you, and especially the panelists here. Before I go on and go headlong into elections, I really want to point out the hypocrisy of the BJP. The Meghalaya BJP chief on record says, I eat beef, and even if the BJP comes to power, people will continue to eat beef. There will be no issue. Can the panelists on this show right here dare to say this in Uttar Pradesh? Because you are killing people across the country where you are in power, whether it is the Madhya Pradesh or a state like Uttar Pradesh. You are lynching people on suspicion of eating beef, and you really have the audacity to sit here and say personal choices. I mean, hypocrisy did not have a face, it just did. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, I agree with you that these results are not to our satisfaction and not undermining the electoral mandate there at all. But Northeast typically votes for and goes with the party in power in the center, and that's been the track record always. To undermine the northeastern states sitting here because you're winning some states to say that, suddenly there is development. Are you telling me that there was nothing done in the northeast in the last 70 years? I mean, let's not get pulled into that narrative. I want to go state by state, and especially talking about Tripura. I think the kind of political violence one has seen in Tripura is showing in the results as far as the BJP is concerned. I think they're down about 12 to 15 seats, but that doesn't give me solace. Absolutely, we should have won Tripura, and absolutely, we need to go to the electorate with perhaps new energy, new vigor. But that said, the issues that we have raised, Meghalaya, Mr. Nadda goes there and says, we will put to probe charges of corruption. You are a part of that government. Who are you going to probe after elections? Is Mr. Nadda going to probe his own government after the elections? I think that's a point to be noted. In Nagaland, for instance, in Kohima, people are preserving water after washing utensils and doing the laundry because there is no water in the taps for sanitary purposes. I mean, let's get real here. The issues continue to be, you can sit here, be hypocritical and say that there is absolute choice of what you want to eat, who you want to love, who you want to marry, what you want to wear. Then stop making the laws that you're making all over the country on interfaith marriages.
No, but Supriya, Supriya, one sec. In as much as you make your points very strongly, the bottom line is that the Congress party has not done very well in the Northeast at all. So I think rather than just accuse the BJP of hypocrisy, whether you like it or not, they have been accepted. Or double standards, or, something, beef eating will not be mentioned in UP, will be mentioned in UP, it won't be mentioned in the Northeast, etc., etc. The Northeast was a bastion of the Congress party. Meghalaya was a bastion of the Congress party.
Yes, Vishnu.
What are the takeaways for your party?
I agree with your point, and I started my statement by saying that we need to work harder, we need to go to the electorate with a fresh imagination and energy. But let us not extrapolate these 3 states to national politics or what's going to happen in the second half of this year, whether it's Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. I do not think extrapolation here is going to work.
Let me ask Sanjay Kumar that,
of course it was our bastion.
Supriya, since you made a point, since you made an important point,